even more than the elders. When you see me putting you on a hat, it was Moses who told me to put on a hat. I didn't know. He's the one who said, no, because you have got a bald head, you better put on a hat. Because the science says that since you don't have hair, the sun rays will come and cause you cancers. So stop this business of youth. Yes, youth should be the ones who are most knowledgeable. Don't spend time just watching European football clubs. Don't be a generation of lifeists only, enjoying life, not knowing where peace comes from. So you should tell them, number one is peace.
That immediately after the elections are done, when we are done delivering you, we want to pray that all our youth get an opportunity to be trained, an opportunity to end in this country. This region, Your Excellency, of the standard of Kiboga, 15th of January 2026. And Your Excellency, one, there are those, Your Excellency, request that when opportunities arise, you put a little chunk who are unable to further their studies. We are aware that their state house.
Yeah, after this, yes.
Uganda's Deputy Ambassador to South Africa, Chintu Nyago, and the National Chairman of Ugandans living in South Africa, Ismail Yimbaz, under the umbrella body Uganda Chapter South Africa, have flagged off a delegation of Ugandans living in South Africa to come and campaign for the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Museveni Kaguta in a mass strategic campaign codenamed door-to-door campaign that seek to garner support for the NRM presidential candidate to win the 2026 presidential elections with a landslide victory. The delegation that is moving by road left Johannesburg on Monday night and will arrive in Uganda on Saturday.
The is about flagging off members of the diaspora in Southern Africa to go to Uganda and participate in the campaigns and the political process. They have been organized in this particular instance under the National Resistance Movement. And they are going to go by road. They are going to travel by road to Uganda and participate in the electoral process in the campaigns. They are led by their leader, Ismail Zige, who is the chairperson of the NRM Southern African chapter.
The purpose of why we have been here today, we are here to flag off the great trek to Uganda, the convoy. The function has been so colorful and ceremonious, led by His Excellency Ambassador, the Deputy High Commissioner, Chintu Nyago, the Queen Mother of Ankole, Ms. Nai Balji, and Micheal have been here, and many delegates and all NRM South African members. First of all, I would like to thank all the members for this initiative with the common goal to support His Excellency, the National Chairman, who is the President. The purpose why this convoy is going to Uganda is to canvass for votes, do door-to-door mobilization, voters registration, sensitization, and so many other things to see that the President, Yoweri Museveni, wins on 99%. That's where we are aiming, that's where we are looking, and that's why the people of Southern Africa have spoken to drive all the way from South Africa to Uganda.
The program has met our expectations in that it has been able to give us business.
They gave us a contract where we did a renovation at their head office.
MTN trained us in their procurement process and also the IT technology.
I was struggling with managing the finances of the company. So when I went for that training, I was able to improve in financial literacy and management.
Are you a female entrepreneur looking to do business with MTN? Log on to www.mtn.co.ug/AWE. Together, our progress is unstoppable.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for silk vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person who recommends me to another person who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
Kiboga, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namagudi to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. You work with the area. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you.
Yakabande pakabanda. You can register for NSSF. How come you treat your sima de life? Now over deep down in the barada. Make NSSF payments. No wahala okubeka langala. NSSF sure is not far. But tomorrow kuhika gotido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF service heads right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account, Kiboga. NSSF, a better life.
Power your moment. Techno, the global partner of AFCON 2025.
The Amnesty Commission law, which was passed in the year 2000, is still operational. Therefore, the Amnesty Commission wishes to appeal to the members of the ADF and LRA who have not yet taken advantage of this law to come out and embrace peace while this law still exists. When you give up rebellion, you will be pardoned and warmly welcomed, resettled and reintegrated back into the community. You can report to the nearest army or police unit, a sub-county chief, a local council official, a magistrate, a religious or cultural leader in your area. These people will bring you to the Amnesty Commission. The Commission has offices in Kasese, Arua, Gulu, Kitgum, Mbale, and the headquarters in Kampala. UBC News Tonight. Masaka City is gripped with excitement as residents eagerly await President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, with Justin Namere, the aspiring woman MP for Masaka City, saying that the city is ready to offer the president an unprecedented reception.
Namere says the overwhelming enthusiasm reflects renewed confidence in government leadership and shared desire for development.
A lot of young people are so grateful for the parish model, for the presidential hub, for the different government programs. You have completely changed the face of Masaka City. You gave us an uplift in as much as people had not exactly voted for NRM.
She notes that residents from different divisions, youth groups, women associations, traders and opinion leaders are united in preparation, determined to show the president deep appreciation and support.
There is zero follow-up. Leaders are sleeping on job. People here lie to our people. The only thing they do is to hold the microphone and say, President Museveni is this, President Museveni is bad. No, our people have woken up. I have been waking them up for 2 years. I told them General Museveni is not your MP. So the problem is not with him, the problem is with your MPs, your mayors, your local government leaders who do not work well with government.
A meaningful change can only be achieved through working closely with the NRM government, which has the capacity to attract investors, guarantee security and provide incentives such as tax holidays and land.
Look at Mbale. It has 75 factories in only 8 years of the existence of their industrial park. Masaka, an industrial park that has lasted over 16 years, there is not even a single factory, not even a shadow of a factory. It's a new dawn. Namere Justin is the right candidate, the right woman member of parliament for Masaka City at the right time. And I'm telling you, we are going to parliament. Our people are going to liberate themselves from impotent politics, from politics of lies, from politics of manipulation, from politics of sectarianism, from politics of radicalism, from politics of religious extremism. It is a new dawn. Kamambaya Nimbaya.
She pledges to work with the president and relevant ministries to establish factories that will create jobs and boost the city's economy.
We are growing more and more in numbers. The land is not growing any bigger. So the mitigating factor should be factories. You cannot have investors bring their billions into Masaka City without working with government. It is government to assure them of their security. It is government to give them a tax holiday. It is government to give them free land. You cannot have an agricultural city and see it develop in terms of agriculture, in terms of animal husbandry, when you don't work with government. So it's very simple math for me. I am going to work with the NRM government. The programs are very clear for the women, for the youth, for the men, for the elderly, for the people with disabilities. All I have to do, President Museveni has leveled the ground.
Residents say they see the president's visit as a turning point and believe Namere represents a new generation of leadership focused on unity, accountability and practical solutions.
I know she's a person, she's so vocal, and she's a person who can listen to you, and she's a person atagenda kugenda aleme komawo. Abadde kuwa SSPN era nga buli omu amuyambako nga yali mu buyinza asobola okuyamba omuntu.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Minister for Kampala Metropolitan Hajat Masaka has pledged to help recover land belonging to East Kololo Primary School. The pledge was made while meeting residents of Kololo 1 parish during her door-to-door consultations. The school head teacher and local residents raised concerns over attempts to encroach on the school's land.
In 2016, Honorable Hajat Masaka gave it a shot and rallied for the Kampala Central seat as the Member of Parliament, where she conceded to Honorable Muhammad Nsereko, who has now served for 3 terms since 2011. Today she is here at East Kololo Primary School canvassing for votes for the 2026-2031 elections. According to Honorable Masaka, gender inequality affected her performance in the 2016 elections. However, this time, what a man can do, a woman can do better.
Discourse can, anybody can come as and discuss it. So just because all men stand, but we are also allowed as women. That's why we see women are considered.
The minister was welcomed with ululations as she addressed residents moving from door to door, church to mosque and school to school as part of her vote-seeking campaign. She urged voters to support leaders with experience and a deep understanding of the challenges facing ordinary citizens.
If you become my friend, you get what you want. If I become your friend, I also get what I want. Because so, Mbagamba Mutiki Hajat Masaka, she is the right candidate.
The head teacher of East Kololo Primary School, together with the area councillor, appealed to the minister to intervene and protect the school land, which they say is under increasing threat from land intruders. Drawing from her background in the medical profession, Honorable Kabanda said the same dedication and commitment she gave to treating patients will be applied in serving the people of Kampala Central if entrusted with leadership in the 2026-2031 term.
Actually, this was 12 acres.
naye bakibba ttaka bagenda balitoolako. I'm a parent. Mukitegeera? Ate ndi mukyala amanye ebizibu by'abakyala. Ndi mukyala omuzadde amanye ebizibu by'abaana. Ndi mukyala mufumbo with children. Kati loluusi naye abasajja ebizibu byabwe nabyo mbikola ki? Nabyo mbimanyi.
Residents also raised several concerns, including persistent land disputes, noise pollution linked to the growing number of churches, challenges in acquiring land permits, among others. Charity Marion Imnat and Stephen Kalisha for UBC.
Now, today, President Museveni campaigned in Chankwanzi and in Kiboga districts. Kiboga lies along a key corridor linking Kampala to the midwestern part of the country. Known for its fertile lands, hardworking communities and growing local trade centers, Kiboga plays an important role in supporting livelihoods and national food security. With a strong rural foundation and emerging development initiatives, the district reflects both the opportunities and challenges of local governance. Today, we take a closer look at this steadily growing district and the people who call it home. This is the government scorecard in Kiboga district.
Government scorecard, Kiboga district. Kiboga district has 14 sub-counties, town councils, 58 parishes and 279 villages with a population of 173,163 according to the census report 2024. The district's economy is largely based on agriculture, especially crop farming and livestock rearing. Looking at the parish development model, the district has cumulatively received 20.97 billion. Out of this, 18.07 billion, which is 86.22%, has been disbursed to 18,073 beneficiary households out of the 47,253 households in Kiboga. In regard to Emyoga, Kiboga district has a total of 36 Emyoga circles with 14,863 members. Government has so far disbursed a total of 1.88 billion. Breaking down the education sector, Kiboga district has a total of 87 government primary schools with 34,497 pupils enrolled, 7 government secondary schools with 3,910 students enrolled. In regard to the health sector, out of the 14 sub-counties in Kiboga, 1 has a hospital, 1 has a health center 4, and 8 have health center 3s. Looking at the water sector, out of the 279 rural villages in Kiboga district, 244 have access to a safe water source, representing an average coverage of 87%. In regards to the energy sector, Kiboga district is now connected to the national grid. In the next Kisanja, government will provide electricity to the 5 sub-counties that are not connected to the electricity, including Bukomero, Rwamata, among others. Upgrade Chikwatambogo Health Center 2 to Health Center 3 in Kibiga sub-county, as well as upgrade the other Health Center 2 to Health Center 3 for the remaining sub-counties. Improving functionality through rehabilitation and preventive maintenance to expand piped water access in high-demand areas. Complete the construction of 3 seed secondary schools, among others.
High Court Civil Division before Judge Simon Peter Chinobe has set the 22nd of December 2025 to deliver his ruling in an electoral appeal petition filed by NUP's Matthias Walukaga. Court has directed all parties to fill written submissions, including rejoinders, with 5 days starting tomorrow, Wednesday. In another development, the International War Crimes Division has set the 9th of January 2026 to resume the hearing of the murder case of AIGP Andrew Felix Kawesi.
All parties in the electoral appeal petition filed by National Unity Platform's Matthias Walukaga appeared at High Court Civil Division before Judge Simon Peter Chinobe. Walukaga was represented by his legal team, while the Electoral Commission was represented by Hamid Lugolobi and Patrick Wetaka. Following submissions from the petitioner, Judge Chinobe directed the respondents to file their defense tomorrow, 17th December 2025, with the petitioner allowed to submit rejoinders if any on Friday.
So the court has directed the Electoral Commission and Mr. Lubowa, the respondents, to file their reply and defense within 1 day. So by close of business tomorrow, they must have filed their defense. And then the following day, which is going to be Thursday, we should be filing our rejoinder and at the same time submit. Court has said we do return submission where we raise the issues we want court to determine and the law on which we are basing to ask for court to overturn the ECD. So in essence, we have 5 days within which to do everything. So we are not going to sleep. As we live here, we are going to start on work.
Court will deliver its ruling on Monday, 22nd December 2025.
Because we are guided by principles of law. One of such principles is to the effect that a party is not allowed to go beyond the pleadings on court record.
Now the Electoral Commission, we are faulting it for taking over roles that are not its roles. It's like a husband being found in the kitchen attempting to serve soup. I tell you, no, go back to the dining.
Before hearing, Walukaga requested to amend the petition to align with the ruling date, which was granted. After court, his legal team expressed confidence to UBC TV that justice will be prevailed.
And finally, I think the problem we have is elitism and colonial mentalities. Now they think other people who are disadvantaged in life for so many reasons should not have an opportunity to share in the national cake.
I would have said much, but my lawyer has told you each and everything. I instructed them to appeal what they did diligently, and we are waiting for the ruling on the 22nd.
Walukaga contests the Commissioner's move to overturn the earlier National Council for Higher Education decision confirming his mature interest certificate, seeking its quashing and nomination. As the Busolo East Constituency Member of Parliament, he was to compete against Medad Lubega Segona, Emmanuel Magola, Ajabduru Chiyimba, and Senfuma Nalagira. Meanwhile, the International War Crimes Division Court will resume hearing on 9th January 2026 for 13 suspects accused in the murder of AIGP and Felix Kawes. The accused including Jamilu Mwonge, Deborah Ndamamonde, Viola Nance Subuga, UBC News.
Minister for Presidency Millie Babalanda cautioned stakeholders in public service delivery. She was at the launch of the 5-year strategic plan, client charter and service delivery standards in Kampala. Babalanda urged stakeholders to familiarize with the 3 key administrative documents which are essential in guiding service provision, accountability and performance.
The Office of the President has launched a strategic plan, client charter and service delivery standards for financial year 2025, 2026 and 2029-2030 to improve efficiency, transparency and accountability in public service delivery.
Represent all there.
The launch will strengthen coordination across government institutions in addressing citizens' needs. Officials say the strategic plan will guide operations over the coming years, while the client charter clearly outlines the rights and obligations of clients alongside expected service timelines and standards.
3 instruments we are launching today are not merely administrative documents. They are a public commitment, a social contract between the Office of the President and the citizens of Uganda.
The Minister for Presidency Millie Babalanda says that the service delivery standards are expected to promote professionalism and improve public confidence in government services.
Today's event represents a major milestone in our efforts to strengthen public sector performance, enhance transparency, and reaffirm our commitment to serving the citizens of Uganda with excellency.
The Permanent Secretary Office of the President, Hajun Skakande, highlighted on the achievements of the NRM 2021-2026 manifesto.
By this time, the presidential or the government performance as far as the manifesto is concerned is at 84%. The few were 16% which we have failed to get, but I think that one has been transferred in the new manifesto.
However, the Permanent Secretary raised concern of retiring medical doctors and health specialists at 60 years, which creates a niche in the health service delivery.
Madam, that issue of retiring medical doctors at 60 years, by the doctor finishes the first degree is about 28 years. Then poor man, he goes for internship and then working for 2 years. He's already researched something. Then from there, he goes for a PhD, which he may spend about 3-4 years. He's now in 40. Now when he goes for a PhD, he's about 45-48. Now you are just using him for only 11 years. Imagine that knowledge which you are now discarding when at 60.
The strategic plan, client charter and service delivery standards tools align with the National Development Plan 4, with the stakeholders expected to collaborate for their implementation.
We are saying that our true north or campus direction of this plan is grounded in our mandate, fully aligned to the NDP 4.
I'm Waivan Juko and Kenneth Tanaba for UBC.
Enjoy.
Government is in advanced stages to have the national hardware and cloud backbone in order to make it easy for Ugandans to build AI solutions in different sectors, including health. The industry team led at Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, Office of the President, David Gonahasa, points out that the national hardware and cloud backbone will ease the development of AI systems.
The Uganda National Council of Science and Technology has commended government for investing in funding research, saying it is the key driver for national development. The Executive Secretary for Uganda National Council for Science and Technology, David Seruka, underscored the crucial role of research in driving innovation. He was speaking during the 4th National Research Dissemination Symposium in Kampala on the theme, AI as a frontier for accelerated and sustainable development in science, technology and innovation.
Thank the government of Uganda for coming in to fund the CST and for what they're doing. So this symposium reinforces our mandate to promote and regulate science, technology and innovation in pursuit of the sector's vision for national excellence.
The industry team lead at Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, Office of the President, David Gonahasa, says the government is building a national hardware and cloud backbone to ease the development of AI systems.
Incubating talent around training AI models, and we are actively funding a number of these operations to build what they're building. So we are trying to start or move the needle a little bit, but we need to work heavily on how do we make it more applied and more focused. We need to solve the data challenge. How do we get, how do we find a way to monetize the huge amounts of data currently available in the country? How do we organize them, clean them up, make them available to innovators to start to actually build and create different solutions? So
AI seems to be crucial in many sectors since it helps in the automation of tasks. In Uganda, there are efforts to have the AI integrated in healthcare.
So what artificial intelligence is coming in is to augment the process of microscopy diagnosis by slashing down the amount of time it is going to take for an expert to be able to give a final diagnosis to a patient. What artificial intelligence is literally doing is that it is learning the features of this disease pathogenicity, and later on it is able to do the predictions, and that significantly lowers the time it is going to take to be able to diagnose a given disease.
There are conversations on the global scale about the regulation of AI use, especially in health.
Parliament has tasked government to respect the rule of law following the abduction and detention of Reverend Father Desudedit Sekabira. Legislators warned that human rights violations are becoming increasingly common.
The Deputy Mayor of Entebbe Municipal Council is here as well. A round of applause.
Much of the developments we have in our airport facilities are generated from the funds are generated from the money.
The assistant parish priest of Bumanji Parish in Kalangala district was reportedly abducted from his office in Masaka city.
Lawful custody presupposes, one, that somebody is held in a gazetted detention facility. A facility that can be accessed by lawyers, loved ones, doctors, where the need arises, to be able to access this person. As we speak today, right now, Speaker, it's 2 weeks since this man was abducted. The army has conceded finally that they have him. But holding him where?
What I'm seeking from the Attorney General is going back to the grand norms of the country. That there are procedures of arresting somebody. This is a priest who is running the parish and is known where his place of work is known. But business of arresting and holding him incommunicado is not proper.
His whereabouts remained unknown until the UPDF confirmed he was in military detention over alleged subversive activities. During a plenary session, MPs led by opposition leader Joel Senyonyi demanded that the priest be produced in court if he has a case to answer, rather than being held incommunicado.
Why has it not been produced in court? Because the law, which was passed in this house, talks about 48 hours for which you can hold somebody in a gazetted facility. After 48 hours, you have two options: release him or her, or produce him in court. Why has it not been produced in court?
Because somebody does not run away. He's around, someone you let him appear before court, then you can detain him. But up to now, the priest is not yet produced before courts of law. And evidently, that document reveals that they are glaring violations of the Constitution. The 48-hour rule, the irregular arrest, the irregular detention is very obvious.
Attorney General Chiwanuka said investigations are ongoing and any lawful conduct by security personnel will be addressed.
The UPDF did state that they have this person in custody, and we are following up, like the Speaker said, to ensure that it's presented in court as fast as possible. And I cannot tell you who now, because I do not know who carried out these activities. But anyone who is found to have violated the law will be sanctioned.
MPs also raised concerns over biometric voter verification kits affecting voting rights.
The concern about that is, so what happens in areas where there will be network issues? Where there will be failures of these kits to operate, electricity and so on and so forth. We have had that challenge, so let's be alive to that reality. We're going to have a crisis. So we are telling you, and you must encourage everyone not to stay at the polling station after voting. If you want, when you finish voting, you leave the polling station 20 meters an hour.
Rebecca Natongo, Dan Lukomwa at Parliament.
Members of the Uganda Banyarwanda Development Association have today launched a media campaign geared at uniting all the Uganda Banyarwanda factions in the country to forge a common voice for the common good. Some of their concerns include identity crisis, disunity, resulting into nicknaming themselves as Abavandimwe.
Ladies and gentlemen and the members of the place, here is the urgent need for the unity. That's why we are here. Based on the past failures of all Omubano factions, we found it an urgent and so important for all the Banyarwanda to now unite under one umbrella to help join hands and efforts to help revive pride, hope, and together defend our rights of Abanyarwanda community in Uganda.
As a research 10 years back, it was done by a certain organization. It is said that we are more than 7 million. But in the last census, we disagreed with the results. We wrote our complaint, but we are not yet answered, where they say that we are 600,000. We disagreed with that number because we are more than that.
We are calling upon all actors and those ones who did actually turn up today to join, because it is our duty to protect and preserve our heritage.
We are here to unite as a Abanyarwanda in Uganda. Yeah, we want that togetherness. That's why we were convinced all groups to join us as a Mubano. So today we are here, we had a press conference.
Accept to stay with this name we have in Uganda and Banyarwanda, we shall agree. When we mobilize many Banyarwanda, we shall sit and we look at the better name. If they agree to stay with this name, there is no problem with that. Thank you.
Children of soldiers, together with border riders, have launched a campaign in Nansana to support President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. We have details to this.
The gathering brought together children of soldiers and border riders from across Nansana in Wakiso district. The leader, Mariam Naguja, border riders and children of soldiers urged citizens to shun violence and uphold peace.
Here at Nansana today, as children of soldiers, it was our official opening of campaigning in Nansana for our dear president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So we are here, we are enjoyed, we have shared so many things, encouraging the youth to work hard for the betterment of their lives, and also protect the gains. Because once you don't protect the gains, then you are nothing or you have nothing.
Naguja encouraged women and border riders to embrace entrepreneurship and engage in income-generating activities, agriculture and livestock farming to improve household incomes.
I'm saying we love you so much, but as a child of a soldier, my humble request is to continue helping us as the children of soldiers and the community at large, so that we can benefit more farming with the community. Like I've shared with them the information about farming, that is maize production, beekeeping, worm keeping, maggot keeping, and then I have encouraged them to do tree planting, because we can benefit in planting those trees or growing trees.
The border chairman, Bagosize Richard Musa, hailed President Museveni for supporting the sector with 100 million shillings for development initiatives.
For the work His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta, President Museveni, has done in our circles for border. And we are here to tell our border riders to keep peace in Uganda. Because in Uganda, we have two things. We have peace and freedom. All people and all concerned citizens in Uganda that we will not fail in this election. We have to vote His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Members pledged to campaign for President Museveni across Wakiso district to secure development.
Taata waffe eri jjajja waffe ebirungi byatukoledde nga ffe abakyala b'ababodaboda.
Abaana b'abalonyi tumwebaza era tusazeewo okukola kyonna okulaba nga kalulu tukadda waggulu.
Let's take a short break.
Blue Christmas is near. Spread the festive cheer all December with great deals right here. Shop online with Market by Momo. We deliver. Log on to market.momo.africa. Use the MyMTN app or the new Momo app to register and shop online. Market by Momo is from MTN and powered by MasterCard.
In the heart of East Africa, Uganda is on a transformative journey to develop its oil and gas resources responsibly and sustainably. Uganda's bustling oil and gas frontier comprises 4 major projects. The Tilenga project will produce up to 190,000 barrels of oil per day. The Kingfisher project will produce up to 40,000 barrels of oil per day. The East African Crude Oil Pipeline, which is the world's most technologically smart oil pipeline that will transport Uganda's crude oil from Uganda to the East African coast. At Kabalega Industrial Park, the Uganda Refinery project will transform crude oil into fuel for homes, industries and progress. It is not only about oil and gas revenues. It is also about opportunities for jobs, training and acquiring skills, enterprise development and technology transfer, with Ugandans at the heart of this development. Uganda is protecting its natural heritage and rich biodiversity while advancing its bright energy future. With investment of close to $20 billion, Uganda's oil and gas projects will provide energy to power Uganda's development and boost growth in agriculture, transport, tourism, manufacturing, infrastructure and beyond. This is Uganda's journey toward energy security, economic growth and a brighter future. At the heart of regulating these developments for the last 10 years stands the Petroleum Authority of Uganda with a mission of creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family.
Action season.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's leave it at this point. We'll get back at 10 p.m. with more news. My name is Micheal Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni and the whole team. Let's catch you then.